Yes, ang crowning glory ng Cfmoto, well, at least sa bansa natin, ay yung NK400. Diyan sila sumikat. Yan yung unang labas ng Cfmoto sa makina. Kung maalala ninyo, yan yung ginamit ko papuntang Santiago Isabela nung nagkaroon ng gig yung banda ko. Oo, masasabi ko talagang ginamit ko yung bike na yan. Mga panahon na yon talagang babara ng motor sa makina, and I think sinoli ko yan sa kanila over 2,000 kilometers. Talagang ginamit. Welcome to Makina Moto Features. Ito na yung pumalit sa 400NK series. This is the Cfmoto 450NK.
Happiness hit her like a train on a track. Coming towards her, stock still no turning back. She hear around the corner and she hid under bed. She killed with kisses, then for honest she fled.
Ang makina ng 450NK ay isang 449cc liquid-cooled na twin-cylinder. Meron itong lakas na 49.6 HP, and yes, you guessed it, it is the same engine na nakalagay sa 450SR na nilaunch natin over a year ago. Yung makina, at least for me ito yung nag-breakthrough para sa Cfmoto sa mid-size segment. Ibang level na ito from previous Cfmoto engine designs. And noong lumabas yung 450SR, syempre naglaro sa isipan natin na ano kaya kung isalpak nila ito sa NK series, di ba? So ayan, eto na tayo ngayon. Magaang siya sa segment niya. We are at 165 kilos, yung dati 240 kilos. So almost 40 kilos ang nabawas nila dito, and that's a big deal. That means better efficiency, and of course, mas mabilis tong motor na ito. The power to weight ratio is definitely better. Mas malakas na yung makina, mas magang pa siya dun sa luma. Seat height niya nasa 795, so bumaba pa siya. Yung dati nasa 815mm. Friendly for Pinoys generally, pero kung di mo pa rin abot, dali lang naman yan palit suspension, yan lang yung katapat, ipalower mo na and you're done. Maraming gumawa niyan. Tangke natin kaya kumarga ng 14 liters of fuel. Another one of the differences nito over the first gen 400NK na mas klaro pa sa klaro ay yung alis niya. The first gen, mas type niya yung high rev range bago lumabas at bago niya ibuga talaga yung lakas ng motor. Pipigain mo talaga muna. Dito sa 450NK, simula pa lang, birit na. Gulong natin 17s na aluminum alloy, suspension natin sa harap, upside down forks, sa likod naman mono central shock. Brake natin sa harap single disc, sa likod naman double disc, and yes, dual channel ABS. Yes, the Cfmoto 450NK, dami nag-aabang dito. Just a quick reminder, if you remember, before, one of the first bikes na lumabas sa makina na hindi galing sa Big Four, of course, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, these guys have been staples for decades. After the war, Second World War, those four brands came out strong. They're very well established. And now we are seeing a third of events in the sense na yung development ng mga bikes that are coming from China, the improvement is quick. It is just so fast. I mean, if you look at the Japanese brands that came out post-war, it took them years and years and years and years. And kailan ba huling lumabas yung 400NK natin? What was that, 2018 ba? And then ngayon, talo na nila, ang dami na lang nilalabas sa mga bikes, and we have now the 450NK. So, definitely exciting times that we are in right now in the sense na hindi siya long drag. Mayat maya may lumalabas na bago, mayat maya the competition is stiff. And gaya na sinabi natin, pag andyan sila lahat, the competition is stiff. It's good for us riders dahil ang presyo ay very competitive. Again, Cfmoto is thinking ahead. I was already talking about popping colors in bikes. This was just a few bike reviews ago. Napansin ko yung mga ibang dumarating sa makina are the plain dark gray, dark or matte black. Yung mga ganun slick, elegant, exquisite type of color combination. And parang ilang taon na kasing ganun, so parang nakakaumay, diba? So you're trying to look for pops here and there. Eto si Cfmoto coming up with this color scheme. You got pop of cyan blue here, your tank, you got a splash of red there against the white and some black too. You got the highlights here. Yan ang mga sinasabi ko. Yan ang mga nakakatuwang tignan. Pati sa gulong, meron din tayong mga pops dyan. So that's what I'm looking for. I think that's where the trend is going and I'm excited to see different kinds of color. Gusto ko masaya. Yun ang mga trip ko ngayon ng motor. Masayang motor. Parang 80s na mga damit at kulay. Parang ganun hinahanap ko. So anyway, one of the awesome things to look at this point is our headlight. Now, nung nag-launch ito at nilabas nila sa Okada at nag-ride kami, hindi nila kong tinitignan. Papabalik ako dyan. Maganda. I always try to find a good spot to put this kasi minsan pampasira sa motor pero dito bumagay oh. Diba? Parang yung mga sulat ng Transformers, diba yung letter sa Transformers the movie. Big plus again, just like what we have with the 800NK, yung salamin nila dito, okay din. Maganda yung parang lumulutang na two-piece yung effect dito. Of course, konektado yun sa ilalim, sa loob. Pero when you're looking at it like that, para lang siya naka-float, diba? I think that has a nice touch. Hindi lahat ng matte finish ay pantay-pantay. And I would say this would be on the higher end of things. Meron kasi mga matte black na namumuti eh. Ito hindi eh. Parang maganda yung quality niya. Dito rin, this is already above average, better than most finishes out there. Ito rin, pag medyo pamaroon yung kulay, magandang klaseng mga plastic and finish yung ginamit dyan. Iba kasi medyo bright red na yung papuntang pink. This one is okay, that's alright. Our levers also, if only you can take a look at it closely, napakapino ng finish, napakapino yung pagkatapos niya. Hindi siya parang raw metal na parang rough. Ito, napakaganda ng kung paano siya naitapos. In terms of seat, well, for the pillion, good luck sa'yo. It's not gonna be the most comfortable pillion seat out there. There's hardly any foam here. Sa tailbone mo, kung saan yung spine mo, dito nakapatong. Yeah, matigas na siya. Dito, ayan, medyo lumalambot na. This is more like a mini backrest for the main rider actually. Dito marami ng foam. Of course, riding this around town, Cfmoto gives a lot of importance to comfort. So meron tayong napakagandang seat dito. Upholstery is okay, but I think medyo in the long run, I mean, I already see a bit of wrinkles already. We are already at 500 kilometers. So iba-ibang klaseng tao na sumakay dito. And this is telling me that whoever's been using this prior ay mahilig mag-hard braking kasi it's pushing yung tela paharap. Diba? So, ang solution dito, if you don't want to see wrinkles like this, you just take the seat out, go to an upholstery shop, stretch lang nila yan paloob para lapat na lapat siya. I think it's just a matter of, you know, it has to be tight. That's pretty much it. Later on, would I change this? Probably would. There's another type of upholstery that I like. But apart from that, it's a small minor thing. So, you got some aerodynamic gimmicks over here too. There. Riding machine. In terms of side, just like the older NK series, 400NK, wala tayong masabi dito, maayos naman talaga. I recently went to the factory and how they do things there are pretty solid, so okay naman siya. Engine, parallel twin. One of the good things that I will commend about yung pinaka main improvement ng 450NK versus the 400NK, and even with the version, I think 2 or 3, yung alis ibang-iba na. Yung characteristic ng first generation ng 400NK, you gotta really open up the throttle, higher rev range bago talagang sumipa yung makina, bago mo maramdaman yung jolt. This one is pretty linear, pati sa simula meron na siya. Because of the more power versus the weight, mas maliksi yung pakiramdam nito. The older one would feel a lot heavier in that aspect. Of course, nice touch on the swing arm. Ito, nakikita ko na rin trend ngayon lately. Naayos nila yung pag-ikot-ikot ng bitukan, ng catalytic, ng tambucho. If they can put more folds in there para ito ay mapaabante pa ng konti, para makita naman natin yung rear wheel more, I think that would be a good design adjustment. So, unfortunately, sa mga gustong magtanggal ng pillion ride peg, you cannot because this is hooked up to this one. If you wanna take this out, you gotta augment it with another fabricated bracket para hindi naman ito hanging. Isa pa yon, sana rin ma-request natin sa Cfmoto that maybe there is that option para sa mga sporty racing mahilig mag-track na papatanggalin nila to and you gotta sort this out. Maybe there's an option na masabi to somewhere else siguro, diba? Or independent, hindi nila kinabit dito. Of course, they did it this way para maging efficient, diba? Now, as of the tires naman, we have CST, which is kilala na rin sa industriya. I believe si Jet Li ang nag-endorse ng CST. You see her billboards all over. So it's a pretty big company. This is the Adreno HS AS5 na mags. This is 150, 60, 17. 17 size harap, of course, mas manipisan ng konti doon. We have ABS, so that's a good thing. Overall, styling, check. Everything's okay. Everything sounds good. Nice touch on the left side. I like how you have some soft curves din dito. That's a nice touch to it. Hindi lang basta dire-diretso mga linya. Ito yung mga titignan natin, ito yung mga hanapin natin sa mga motor natin. When they put down something like this, it means that they put thought into it. There's purpose. They curved it papunta dito sa harap and down. They were avoiding, of course, this part. And that's the purpose. Hindi naman sila nagpaka-arte na walang saysay, di ba? So I appreciate that. Nice touch on this one too. That little lever over there. Now let's fire it up. Intro muna. Cfmoto comes out. And that is our gear indicator. Nasa 2 tayo. Lagyan mo na natin sa neutral. TFT display. One of the companies that put TFT into the hands of the regular Pinoy, Cfmoto, palakpakan tayo for them doing that. And because of them, nagkagulo din yung mga ibang manufacturers, pati sila naglalagay ng TFT display at a more affordable package. Dati sa mga mamahaling bike lang yan eh. Pero yan na nga, di ba? Ginawa na ni Cfmoto. To access this, it's gonna be your controls here on the left. Basic naman siya. Mga trip 1, trip 2, usual. Scroll up, scroll down as you can see. Marami kang mapupuntan dito. You got your music settings. Kung may comm ka with your helmet, mga speakers na pwede mo connect YouTube. Also with your phone. That's pretty much it. I think it would be nice kung touchscreen na rin siya. Maybe later on. That would be nice too. Okay, let's fire it up. Impressive, sounds good. Our busina. And let's take a look at our lights. Bright natin. Ta 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 tan taran tan ta taran tan tan. Bright, non-bright, bright, non-bright. Our signal. Yan po sa gilid. May hazard din siya actually. Let's hit hazard. There, that's our hazard. And for the brakes. Now, yung blue chinelas ko medyo pina-retire ko na ata yung nagnanaknak na, but I have my other chinelas. Nag-improve, habayanas na. Size 11 din naman siya. There. Yan ang laki niya.
Where no one can see us, honey. Careful in that room. Parasitic cameras, don't they stop to stare at you?
Well, what can I say? Super winner talaga tong 450NK. Some improvements that can be done, I feel. Gusto ko i-challenge ang Cfmoto to add more safety features here, like siguro angle-sensitive ABS, angle-sensitive traction control. Some would think na reserved yan for higher displacement bikes. Pero alam mo, dyan nakilala si Cfmoto. They've been challenging the norm dito sa mid-size segment. Like taon-taon na lang nanggugulat sila eh. Like I remember 2019 pre-pandemic, talagang bumomba sila sa EICMA and yung nilabas nila na motor doon talagang wow! Diba? Mahilig sila manggulat and I think kayang-kaya nila to gawin. I think they can also add a lot more modes, perhaps maybe not in the near to future, pero hindi ako magugulat kung isa sa mauunang Cfmoto na gumawa nito, yung hybrid technology doon sa motor, yung talagang pasikatin nila. Kasi yung hybrid tech, we see that prevalent in cars na eh. Sa motor, not so much. Pero, yun nga, I'm not surprised kung mangunguna ang Cfmoto dyan. Now, mind you, mahirap palitan yung 400NK ha. I mean, marami sa inyo na-attach doon, na in love doon, and some of you are saying, ba't kailangan papalitan yon? Okay naman yung bike niyan. If it ain't broke, why change it, diba? Sensible, yes, pero this is a worthy successor. We're talking about a totally different chassis, iba yung makina, it's a different bike. Diba? Alam ko iba sa inyo, yun nga, masisenti, ma-attach, talagang in love dun sa dati. Kaya, alam nyo, buti na lang, hindi pinapakasalan ng motor. Eh, no? Diba? Wala tayong iniintinding annulment para sa mga motor. Guys, okay lang mag-move on to this bike. Matindi yung kapalit talaga. Sa presyo 262,800, clearly, this is a better bike. Day and night difference. Hindi kayo madidisappoint. Mas lalo na kung fan ka ng Cfmoto. This is Zach from Bike New Features. Ciao!